Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Thank you. Minister, first of all, I want to thank you for coming to Carlow last week. And, you know, Carlow is one of many rural towns and counties that I always say that while we always need more housing, Minister, you know, we are doing very well, and it's always important that we do recognise the work that has been done. And we see it in the last 4 years in the government, more houses have been built than in the previous 9 years combined. And I know, Minister, your priority is and always will be housing for the lower, modern income, people who need to be able to have their affordable housing, help to buy first home, and the vacancy, of course, the property refurbishment scheme. And I know lots of families in my area have really have done, you know, are delighted with what they have got now. I've been working with Carlow County Council, who I have to give the praise to too, and families are happy. Look, I always say, Minister, we need a lot more, but at least you are making those changes. While I know there has been challenges and we need to do more, you have been working really hard to make those changes. And, you know, we see the social housing, over 12,000 last year alone, and again, we need more. But what I actually want to talk to you today about, Minister, is where I feel we need to look at, and I'm just going to talk about one case that I'm working on at the moment. So this is very close to my heart. So I have a lady in Carlow, born and bred lady, worked all her life, and 3 years ago she had the most beautiful baby girl. Now, the baby girl was born 10 weeks premature with Down syndrome, chronic lung disease, PVL from a bleed on her brain, and she has also had some heart complications. So unfortunately, because Irene is her name, and she said I could give her name, had worked and didn't qualify to go on the housing list when her little beautiful baby girl was born. She then went, after a few months, went on part-time, which was 2 days a week, which meant there a few months ago she qualified to go on Carlow County Council housing list. And Minister, I work on a lot of cases, but this little girl has 6 nurses a week going in to support the mother. They also work with Jack and Jill, and this little girl, who's beautiful, has oxygen with her full time. She has to have little oxygen with her full time. So the mother herself now is with her baby, is in her sitting room on a couch, and the child has so much medical needs that there's one little room full of the child's medical needs. Irene, and we have looked, we cannot get her a HAP. We have tried, and because she's working part-time, she just can't. We just, like, you know yourself, Minister, it's very hard to get a rented property. So I have contacted Carlow County Council on several occasions. Now, Minister, you know I work very well with Carlow County Council, but what they're telling me is, and this is what I got back, she cannot be housed as a priority because such a priority does not exist. Now, Minister, I have to say I've had a lot of children that have been sick, but I would say this is one of the cases that I have. I mean, 6 nurses a week going in to help the mother. So what I'm asking is, like previous speakers, can we and can you, Minister, prioritise a child that is sick like this? Now, thank God she's doing well. When she was born, they called her the miracle baby, so she's known everywhere as the miracle baby. And we're, you know, the mother is so proud of her, the family are so proud of her. But Minister, I need to get this little girl housed. And we can't put the mother and her daughter into emergency accommodation because she would pick up, you know, she's vulnerable. So we cannot put her in somewhere where she might pick up something, and it would not, we just couldn't do it. So what I'm asking you now is, can we now start prioritising and look at this? And that's, I've sent you the email today, Minister, and I know you will, because I know you will, I know how hard you work. The other area I just want to ask you about is, I also now at the moment am working with some people that are cancer patients, and I suppose, look, like all local authorities, and I would have said this to you over and over, Minister, Carlow County Council, and I know that you have given Carlow County Council 5 extra housing staff, and I want to thank you for that. But overall, I think across, I suppose, all local authorities, but more Carlow County Council, if we could look maybe at more staffing, because when you go to apply to go on the housing list, it could take up to 8 to 10 weeks. And I'm just wondering, because I have, as I said, with the cancer patients, people that need to be on the housing list that might need more support. Again, we need to start prioritising these, and I think that's really important. And Minister, you know, like working with Carlow County Council and the staff in Carlow County Council and the work that has been done, I think it is really important that I do say, and I do want to compliment them, while I do think there needs to be change in prioritising and how we do it, overall you couldn't meet staff and I know they're under pressure. I also think it's very important when you were in Carlow, when you met our firefighters, that you extended from the age of 60, because I had people in Carlow Fire Service that at 60 they would have had to retire, and now you have now changed it to 62. So there was one particular man who shook your hand and said to you, Minister, I've got the 2 years extra. Of course you have the stimulations in where you have to be fit, you have to do your tests, you have to qualify, but even to extend that was such a boost to firefighters around the country that they can now extend their time once they are fit and able to, once everything goes ahead, to work to 62. This is the work that is being done, that Minister, that people don't realise. So again, I want to thank you, and I'll send you on then few cases. Oh, thank you. I thought I